Level 0. The Rain. There are 6 paths. You didn't start with 6. You're 9 years old, and the 2 soldiers who kicked in your door are already dying. You don't understand why. The Rinnegan doesn't arrive with an explanation. It arrives with 2 bodies and a silence so complete, you can hear the rain through it. You find Yahiko and Konan the way drowning people find each other. Not because either of you has anything to offer, but because there is nothing left to lose by reaching out. Jiraiya spends 3 years teaching you that power can be controlled, that peace is something people actually build. You believe him completely. Yahiko dies on a Thursday. He is the same height as you. You have never noticed that before. You're holding the kunai. Hanzo is holding Konan. You make the only choice the situation allows. The rain doesn't stop. Path 1. Naraka. The Rinnegan activates the first path. Anyone you touch, you pull the truth out of them, and the King of Hell decides what they deserve. You tell yourself this is justice. That if you're going to choose who dies, at least you should see clearly first. Once you can see into enough people, everyone has a reason. The enemy Nien was protecting someone. The commander who ordered the strike genuinely believed something worse would follow if he didn't. The King of Hell shows you this every time, without exception. Your hand is still on their head. The verdict is forming. It would take nothing at all to pull away. You don't pull away. You keep going. You walk out after. Your hands are clean. The hunger to have seen it differently is not. Path 2. Preta. The second path is hunger. Every jutsu aimed at you. Your hands absorb it, convert it, make it yours. The Preta path turns everything the world throws at you into more of you. Chakra contains feeling. Jiraiya said this on a hillside when you were 12, like it was good news. When the Preta path absorbs a jutsu, it absorbs the intention behind it. Every gram of grief and rage and desperation that someone poured into their technique before it reached you. You are full of other people's pain. That's what doesn't empty. Yahiko used to eat half his ration and hand the rest to whoever needed it more. You think about that while your hands are still extended, absorbing the life's work of another person who thought they were going to stop you. Path 3. Animal. The third path is distance. You stop fighting. You send things. The animal path executes while you observe. Creatures that shouldn't exist at that scale. Weapons wrapped in bone and fury, arriving before anyone understands what's coming. You are never in the room. You have become a system that produces outcomes. Every path is wearing a face that used to belong to someone. All 6 bodies were real people. You found them in the rubble of wars you were trying to stop. In the rain, in the aftermath, in the places where the world kept proving your point. You collected them. You told yourself you were honoring them. That's one way to say it. You still know their names. All 6 of them. That part doesn't go anywhere. The reign over Omegakure is yours now. The Rinnegan controls the weather. Every person who has ever lived in this village has breathed your grief their entire lives and called it climate. Path 4. Human. The fourth path is recognition. You place your hand on someone and read every thought they believed was private. Then you take their soul. Everyone you read is carrying something. The nin who came to stop you was terrified the whole time. Up close, everyone has the same story underneath. Everyone is you at 9 years old, standing over something terrible, trying to make sense of a world that gave them no good options. You can see this. You do it anyway. You already knew. Before the Rinnegan. Before the King of Hell. Knowing never stopped you then either. The cycle is not what the world does to people. It's what people build. One careful, justified, necessary choice at a time. Path 5. Asura. The fifth path is machinery. Missiles. Directed energy. A body that opens to reveal more body. The Asura path converts flesh into infrastructure. Jiraiya's first lesson, chakra is life. Every jutsu contains the emotion that shaped it. Press your hand to the ground after a battle, and you can feel the rage or the grief that made each technique. He believed that feeling was what separated a person from a weapon. The Asura path fires because you direct it to fire. No feeling in the missile, no grief in the beam. You went to war to stop the world from treating people as tools. Jiraiya would have something to say about that. He doesn't get to. Path 6. Diva. The sixth path is Yahiko's face. This is the one that speaks. The one that delivers the argument. That pain is the only real teacher. That shared suffering is the only foundation for peace. That you have become the necessary instrument of a world that was never willing to choose peace on its own. You chose Yahiko's body for the Diva path because his abilities required the strongest vessel. That's true. It's also not why. You put the dream of peace inside Yahiko's mouth because you needed somewhere to put it. Not because you still believed it, because you needed to hear it in his voice one more time. You couldn't hold it anymore. Maybe he could. Maybe if the body kept moving in the right direction, the thing you both used to believe was still alive, somewhere inside the form of the person who first made you believe it. You made your grief into a face, sent it into the world, and called it God. He would have forgiven you for that. It changes nothing. Final level. The rain is still falling over Amegakure. It's always falling. You made it fall. You turned your grief into weather and gave an entire village to live inside it, and they have never known another sky. This is what it costs to believe pain can teach the world something. Not your body. Not the years. The person you were the last time you reached out in the rubble because there was nothing left to lose by reaching. That person is the price. You've done this. Smaller. The grief that became a rule. The hurt that became a habit. The architecture is different. The reason isn't. If this stayed with you, subscribe. You're still in the chair. 6 bodies moving in the rain. The rain keeps falling.